This is exactly what the New York Yankees needed, as we have a huge update regarding Aaron Judge's injury that many fans were fearing the worst, involving a potential Tommy John surgery and the fallout of now knowing the truth behind Aaron Judge and what is to come next for this team, for the future, for both this season and all the seasons beyond, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. We're going to jump right into things, as always. If you guys are part of that 75% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees updates. We're having a bunch of fun on this channel. You do not want to miss out on all the great content that we got, but let's jump into it. Aaron Judge went down with an elbow injury, and it had fans very concerned. Now, Judge, he was dealing with an elbow situation that did prevent him from being able to throw the ball, which had a lot of fans starting to think that, frankly, it could be Tommy John. We've seen that time and time again with the Yankees this season, whether it's Gerrit Cole or Clark Schmidt. We saw that not too long ago with Jason Dominguez, who missed around a year recovering from Tommy John surgery. And with all of that in mind, it did have Yankee fans worrying if this would be a similar situation to Dominguez, but at the same time, obviously, things would be different as Judge is in the prime of his career. He's the best player in the Yankees, and Dominguez was in the very beginning of his New York Yankees tenure. Now, it was revealed by Jack Curry that now we know what the injury looks like. As Aaron Judge has a flexor strain, he will go on the IL, and this is actually very good news for the New York Yankees as the UCL is intact. And Jorge Castillo, New York Yankees ESPN insider, mentioned that Aaron Boone said the Yankees believe Judge can return in 10 days. Whenever he comes off the IL, he'll return as a DH with hopes that he can return to the outfield after ramping up. And Boone said that he spoke to Giancarlo Stanton about playing some outfield when Aaron Judge returns. Now, obviously, nobody would have expected that. Giancarlo Stanton has not played in the outfield since, I don't know, George Washington was the president, so when considering that, it is definitely something you have to look at. But the Yankees still do have a deep outfield. Now, Judge is going to miss around 10 days, so obviously you don't want to see that. But comparing to what we thought it could be, this is definitely a good sign. And on top of that, what we also get to know going forwards is that the New York Yankees, we're going to see what the outfield really has to hold for itself. I mean, Trent Grisham is someone who's a free agent at the end of this season, and we likely could see him ending up leaving and walking in free agency to a better role for himself where he can get paid a good amount of money after having a very successful season this year. On top of that, being a very talented fielder as well. Meanwhile, you have Cody Bellinger, who does have an option, could opt out, could command a ton of money. And then there's Jason Dominguez. Dominguez is the interesting guy here for a lot of reasons, because when you look at the production, it's not that it hasn't been there when looking at the way that Jason Dominguez has been playing. He's been playing fine baseball this season for a rookie, but he hasn't come out in the way that we all sort of expected him to. He's had those moments where it looks like he is going to be a future star for this team. And obviously, he was one of the most hyped up Yankee prospects we've ever seen, at least in somewhat recent history. Now, Dominguez this season does have a positive OPS plus. He's got a 104. The league average is 100, so that's good to see as well. While the OPS is at a 734, slugging percentage over 4 as well. The batting average is a 253. At times, he has been the team's leadoff hitter. He's a great base runner, and he is a good fielder as well. He is a natural center fielder who's been playing left field because of getting Cody Bellinger and also having Trent Grisham on the team. It did lead to this situation where Dominguez would have to switch positions. So that was going to be part of things as well. But also, again, he's replacing Aaron Judge. And I do imagine that Cody Bellinger will go to right field while Jason Dominguez stays in left, because you don't really want to move him around as much. And Bellinger is used to playing wherever he's needed. He's a plug-and-play guy in that outfield who can play some first base. But Judge, I mean, there's no replacing a man who's got 37 home runs, a 342 batting average, and has just been downright unbelievable this season. Has a 218 OPS plus, a 1.160 OPS, and a slugging percentage in the 700s at a 711 slugging percentage. So with all that, you do have to consider how big of a deal this is, that this is what we're seeing. Now, Jeff Passan also spoke on the Aaron Judge situation, and basically what Passan had to say is that the flexor mass is the bundle of muscles in the forearm that connects the elbow and serves as a brake to take stress and strain off the UCL. Flexor injuries often precede those to the UCL, but they can be healed with the rest. Time on the IL varies and depends on the severity of the strain. So with Judge only being out 10 days, there's two things that we have to take into account here. One, when it comes to Aaron Judge, the Yankees need him to contend. I mean, they're going to suffer over these next 10 days without Aaron Judge. We can pretend like they're not. And who knows? Maybe they get hot and you have the right hitters hitting well, and that really could change a lot for the Yankees. But it feels like with all this happening, we are likely looking at the Toronto Blue Jays holding on to that first seed in the American League East, which does mean the Yankees would have to fight in for a wild card spot. And with all that in mind, what we're looking at is a situation with Judge that you just have to find a way to get him back onto the field, but not throwing the ball. And the answer is very simple. You Bryce Harper the situation, except there's not going to be a Tommy John surgery involved. Now, basically, Bryce Harper only missed 30-ish games because of just, he went back to first base. He didn't throw the ball. He was there to hit because he was needed. So we could see a situation similar to that happening, and that would certainly have an impact on things positively. But right now, Judge is playing DH with the hope that he can get back into the outfield. Seeing the fact that Giancarlo Stanton could find his way back into the outfield is something that was on none of our bingo cards going into this year, no matter what would happen. Especially you look at the Yankees outfield, man, they're stacked up. Like, even without Judge, like, the fielding between, well, not that Judge is some excellent fielder, but he's a good fielder for a right fielder, especially for a power-hitting right fielder. But you look at Stanton, and the man has been up and down this season, but right now, he's hitting really, really well. He's got a 270 batting average and 6 home runs with 24 hits in the 80 at-bats he's taken. He already has a .7 WAR. Mind you, he's a DH, so that's impressive. He's got an OPS of 862 and an OPS plus of 138. Last year, his OPS was in the 770s, so he's actually having a better year than he did last year. He's got a slugging percentage at 506. Obviously, he's not the MVP he once was, but I don't see a need to have to put Stanton into the outfield when you have Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, and Jason Dominguez. That's a very good defending outfield with some bat skill as well. I mean, Grisham and Dominguez have been two of the top leadoff hitters for the Yankees this year, and a team that's kind of done a leadoff hitter carousel. And Cody Bellinger's been nothing short of great for the Yankees, and likely should have been an all-star, and it was upsetting that he wasn't. We all kind of felt like he was a snub, so obviously that trade where he was traded for Cody Poteet, who ended up getting DFA'd not too long after the Cubs traded for him, worked out as a huge win for the Yankees. Now, on top of that, you also have to look at Spencer Jones. These are Jones's stats right here, putting up in the minors this season a 1.117 OPS, an on-base percentage of 411 in that process, with a 334 batting average. He's stolen 16 bases. He has 29 home runs. He has figured it out. He recently had a 3-home run game. And when it comes down to it, Spencer Jones, in a lot of ways, is being viewed as Aaron Judge from the left side. Not necessarily fielding-wise. Jones can play anywhere in the outfield. It's like Bellinger. He's moved around a lot. There was times where Jones was coming up as a right fielder, then a center fielder, then he can play left if he can play center and right field. So when it comes down to it, the Yankees just have to figure out a way to get the right players in at the right time. And as long as they do that, then they'll be able to weather this storm. And as long as you can get Aaron Judge's bat back, that's what you need. The Yankees don't need to die on the hill of Aaron Judge being a guy who's going to be there to field. He's not there to field. He's Aaron Judge. So that's something we do have to take into account when considering everything here. And honestly, I do think overall this is a pretty good sign for the Yankees just to sort of know what you have. I mean, if you want to use Spencer Jones, that'll be huge. And on top of that, just in a general sense, we will get to see if the Yankees can even survive at all with Judge. Hopefully they can. I'm going to say believing in them because, honestly, why not believe in them? Guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees.